Well, hello, welcome to episode 28 of FPL Top Dogs Ballyhaunis and all the roundup of what happened in game week 29. We're on to game week 30, which is the massive blank game week for a lot of the teams. So let's go and share and see what the story is. Share the screen. So much, activity with chips and wildcards and bench boosts and free hits all played. It's just been crazy the last few weeks. It's been just tumultuous. Everybody has been just on their own mission and doing, I think mostly everybody in the Christy Nicholson League has done the right thing for themselves, really. And it's paid off massively for loads of people. Massive scores this week. We just need to pop down here. 1-1-1 for Stephen Stratford Nolan, but he has no chips left, no wild cards, no nothing. So he's out. He's gone with 3 or 4 furlongs out, and he's going to try and outstay everyone. Bench boost was a massive win there from was 84, 85, 81, 120. Massive week for the Starman. That's just totally killed it. He burned it. Wild card from heaven. He's had some terrible wildcards in the last couple of years, but he got this one on the ball. Unfortunately for him, he would be absolutely disaster, with okay, Barnes, fair enough, that was a chance, but Cody Ramsey on the bench, devastating a bit there. That could have been massive. I think he's done the right thing with all the players except maybe Barnes, but look, unlucky there. It just shows that his wild card was just phenomenal. Great shout, Kulusevski, if you don't have a son. Seems that Kulusevski is outshining Son for anyone that's backed him. Kane is a must-have. Lacazette's just been killing it the last few games and assists and Ramsdale, another clean. Well, this is over 2 games, so it's been phenomenal week. He's set himself up amazing and he's gone for us. And Starman is still got a bench boost left here. Now, I presume that he's probably set himself up for game week 33. If you do a wild card, you're hoping, but I don't think he set himself up for game week 33. Looking at this, probably more so. We'll see this Liverpool. He's got no free hit. He's got a bench boost left. So for the next game week, there's only 4. There's Arsenal playing 1, 2. Barnes is 3, 4. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So he's perfect. He's set himself up perfect now for game week 30. You go another massive game week. But after that, looking at game week 33, he'll need a lot of work to get his Brightons, Burnley. He's got a bit of Leicester, no United, no. Okay, I don't think Newcastle is a must now at this stage. They've underperformed in their game week, double game weeks. Arsenal, Southampton, he's got as bit as Arsenal, so he'll have a little bit. That's if Man City beat the Saints in the FA Cup. I think it's this weekend. That means that Arsenal and Southampton will have the double game weeks in 33. Saints, Chelsea for Arsenal, and Arsenal, Burnley for Southampton. So I safely should think that City will have enough. They love the cups anyway. They haven't. Well, if they won an FA Cup in a while, I'm not so sure. So in the game week 30, Brighton, the double game week in 33 is Brighton, Burnley, Leicester, Man United, and Newcastle. There's other stipulations. I think Villa, Leeds, and Wolves, they don't have. I think they blank in game week 33. Okay. So keep an eye out for your Rafinhas and your Villas and any of the Wolves guys. They won't be around in 33. Well, they'll be still, but this is we have the international break after this game week. So Starman should really be, home and hosed in the way up. He's a real live contender just with a bench boost left. But Joey Neenan himself, like he's got 3 chips left, the wild card, a free hit, and the bench boost, so he can do his wild card for game week 32, set himself up for a bench boost in 33, and he's still got a free hit for 36. So he's sat back and he's let everybody go. Now he knows the real contenders. I think the fact that Starman hasn't breached Joey yet who is last season's winner on 79th in the world. He knows now the challengers, and I think Connor Hussey, he's only got a wild card left, so I think Joey will be feeling pretty confident that he's took a lot of body blows and jabs, and he's just been able to soak it up. And now with his three chips, he's in a fabulous position. And Stret now with no chips is going to have to wing it a bit. Has Stephen Stret set himself up at all for? Well, he's got his Wolves 1, 2, no Chelsea, 3. I think Leeds and Wolves are playing tonight, so get your games done by 6:30, please, everybody, for game week 30. So he's still got Leeds, he's got Ramsey, so it looks like he's set up pretty well. Okay, the Arsenal, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He's pretty good for game week 30, but after that, it's he's winging it with 8 games. Well, we'll say I think there's 8 games left, isn't there, after game? So yeah, it's going to be an awful tough ask to keep Joey. Joey's going to have to get a bad luck, but I'm sure we wouldn't necessarily, we're all rooting for everyone here in the top dogs to get the highest position possible. So yeah, there's other stipulations, if Nottingham Forest beat Chelsea, then Liverpool will have a double game week against Villa and Man United. So will Forest beat Chelsea? No. Chelsea, the best team in the world club, European, and I think they'll win the Champions League this year, easy. They're in a good position in the league. They don't have to worry about it. They're going to be Champions League next year. It's I'm not happy, being a neutral Spurs fan, I suppose. I'm going to the West Ham game on Sunday, so I've got a match. I need Wolves to win tonight against Leeds, Leicester to beat Brentford, and Spurs to beat West Ham, and I get 150 quid. So that's not going to happen, is it? I've jinxed it now. If Saints beat City, then City will have a double game week, and that will be against Wolves and Brighton. So yeah, I don't think either of them two things will happen anyway. But so I'm going with the fact that Brighton, Burnley, Leicester, United, Newcastle. Lots of people can free hit. Our free hitters are Joey Neenan, Fergie, Great Guns, Walsh. He's got his free hit left. Morgan Lyons. These are the only lads that have their magical free hit left in the top 12 or so. So they could, they can free hit at 33. Like Fergie Great Guns, he can free hit, but he's going to have to do a bit to set up his bench boost. He's got his bench boost left, and again, you can tweak here, and with a bit of tweaking and a good bit of management, you can get 6 or 7 there at least. A few games out, take a -8 or whatever. That's the way it's gone. So yeah, so Starman's got his bench boost left. Joey's got his wild card, free hits and bench boost. The Hussmeister's got his wild card, which is very handy to have a wild card right now. No bench boost. The wild card can go yay or nay, but especially going into a double game week like 33 or 36, it's up to him. Looking at Connor Hussey's team, a Ballyhaunis native, Ballyhaunis school native, one of our own. Let's have a look at his 33 going into it. Well, he's, Liverpool, so Burnley, Brighton. He's got, Sanchez is handy to have. Leicester, no Leicester there. United, not much United. United is not. Newcastle, no, there's nothing quite really there. It's up to him whether, I don't know if I would be going all in on Brighton, Burnley, Leicester, United, or Newcastle. He's got his Arsenal. Maybe limp through 33 and then get to 36 and do your wild card. I don't know. But I wouldn't like to use my last chip and then depend on Brighton, Burnley, Leicester's, United, and Newcastle's. Although Arsenal and Southampton will probably get their double game week. But let's just keep an eye out. If Forest beat Chelsea and if Saints beat City, then all bets are off. The Hussmeister will not have to do anything. He can just go, and actually that would be beneficial for a lot of teams in the in the Christy Nick to bump up and not have to do a lot. So really the Christy Nicholson this year for me is between the top four. But Joey's massive favorite there. He knows now what to do. The ball's in his court. He has the experience, and it's gonna take a miracle for Stret to hold on. But he's done very well to get a healthy 38-ish, lead. He'll just be ticking off the game weeks. If he can lose 5 or 6 points to Joey and Ian every week, he'll just about take it going into the last game. But look, the bench boost is massive if you still have it, especially with the wild card. Okay, so going back, this is like the second division of the Christy Nick. You've got the Kieran Kiley's had a great year. Simmons for Dyer, good move. Dyer should have scored, and Bowen for Cool. That was the move. That's what's got him the points. He's been doing brilliant. Everyone he's kept. He's been on the ball. Very, very, very. Actually, very hard to fault the long dog this year. Going great guns in. He's probably going to win the trophy. Either him or the Husmeister. Probably Kieran has just been. I'm not saying blessed, but he definitely has had the sign of the cross on him with the King of the Travelers, and it's still a little bit out, but look, we're not going to jinx anything yet. So Kieran's got the bench boost left only, like myself, and it's just going to be hard for me to get a top 5 there. Looking at this team, Coutinho's destroyed me. I should have known. I had him in my Sunderian team, but then in the sun, Villa are out all the cups. So, but see what's been going on is other teams have been resting their main guys and just playing them in the Premier League, and that's I just should have stuck with Coutinho in the Sun Dream. I should have got him in this, but no. Rudiger's must have. James is out now. Cody's been phenomenal. What a local leader and legend for Wolves. Kulusevski, win-win. Kane is kind of alleviated what my triple cap was doing anyway. Salah is just going to be a winner. I'm not happy with having Mane. Penalties are ticking over nicely there. So Kylie's in a great position. As it's going to be awful hard to even get back at Kylie. Never mind anything else. Fergie Walsh as well. He's got his chips as well. He's got 2 of them, the bench boost and free hit. So again, I think the thing about the Christie, I think this year it's just going to be the same as the same. It's not going to be much changing about. It's just about Joey now. Can he use his chips right? I think I'm just going to be resigned to that 8th or 7th position, maybe, or even down to 10th. It's just I'm just waiting for next season. Really, I think it's a young man's game. Really, the Premier League. I haven't embraced the statistics. I haven't really, I've just gone on hunches, and I think my chip selections, I've been forced into doing things just to make a few points back. The guys just have too much game for me up here, especially if Starman's it's just absolutely. If he didn't trip cap TAA a few game weeks ago, I think it's game week 26 or whatever it was, and he stuck with Stala. He just stayed on Stala. That would have been an extra, I would say, minimum 50 points. So he would have been up there with Stret, and he'd still have a bench boost, and he'd have a chance. So that's just massive buzz. Otherwise, everything that he's been doing is turned to gold for Adrian Phillips. So well deserved, proper. And the cream rises to the top. Of course, most of the top dogs are all there anyway. But that's what it's about. Not happy with my position. 350,000. It's sickening. I want 200,000, but I think this year is just impossible to get top 200,000 really. Too many people have too many chips left. There's too many serious. You've got. Do you know what? There's no money in this stuff. There's no. I thought it's probably in your minis, and you put tenors. I think maybe next year we'll be putting 25 or 20 euros, and I'll do some sort of registry thing where people chip in, and then we'll organize proper money for the winner down to maybe the top 4. Maybe 20 euros or something. I don't know, but I think most people will be on for it. Let's have a look. Just going down a bit for Mark Phillips has still got his bench boost left. Morgan has got his bench boost and free hit. Joe Braid has got the perfect combination of wild cards and the bench boost. So he can definitely, close the gap into the the lower top tens easy. Helping still about there, bench boost left. I haven't checked the rest, but that's the state of play. So yeah, after a while, early get closing into the top four. I've gone way backwards because everyone caught up with their chips. I used my chips earlier than everybody else. Everybody else used them at the right time, game week 28, 29. I was using them game week 25, 26, 27 to get a bit of momentum. Look, I am where I am, where it's a bit better than 500,000 where I was 10 game weeks ago, but yeah, I'll keep plugging away. Might get some breaks. What else is there here to report? Yeah, these are Cody obviously now is the guy you're looking for. Wolves, well, I'm not sure if Wolves now are the team you want to be getting too many in for. They might get the double game week if Saints beat Man City, but and Size isn't as attacking. He's not getting the attacking. Saka is a bit hit and miss at the minute now. But that's just the general state of, oh God, Lukaku is just, you know, he was moaning before when he was at Chelsea 5 or 6 years ago that he wasn't getting gameplay. He's left Inter to come back to the same situation. It's just sickening. It's just I don't get it. I just don't get it. Ivan Toney, obviously he's the one that everyone wants. I've got him in myself. I'll show later. I've had to get him in just straight in after his hat trick. Scored another 2 goals. He's just the best mid-range striker that you want really now, apart from Harry Kane is top dollar. But yeah, everyone's got him in, so I won't be making much on Ivan Toney. Now that I have him in, it doesn't matter if he does anything for me now. It's just staying in the same place. I've noticed that the years, this one especially, and even the year before, people are so reactive and they're on it massively. And I think that's what the statistics do, is they give you just that game week ahead start. And I've just been slightly behind the curve on so many things. But yeah, I'm still not going down the stats route. I don't care. Harry Kane, Matty Cash is just, no, he's a must-have, isn't he? But there's not much in the line of double game week in 33 for him, although he plays this game week, so it's handy to have people playing for game week 30 in the major blank game week. Humming Son, I think he's been negated by Kulusevski. Barnes, no, although Annie Leicester, Atamatri is a good guy to have in just a bench fodder because he's playing and he'll Leicester have another 2 games to rearrange. Spurs I think they have only 1. Yeah, so that's yeah, so loads of people get Ramsey in and that just as bench fodder because they'll play and they'll be handy for later on. Villa still have a few games to rearrange. I'm sure they're going to have a double in game of 36 along with Burnley. Yeah, so but this is it for me. So I'm probably going to be around average this week if I'm lucky. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 going, 7 dogs going. Not expecting much from Tierney. He mightn't even play. He might be rested. Okay, Madison could be a nice little earn. If he does anything, he could negate what I've lost on the bench. I've had to take a -8 because I will have to get rid of Bowen. And that's how I could afford Madison. I've just managed to have enough money in the bank to get Madison. I have 0 now. So that was just, I thought I'd have to get him in anyway because I need him for later. And he might be a differential because I see nobody else really on Madison. Everyone's on Tony now. Kane, mostly everyone that's serious about Kane. Rafinha's doing nothing, but what can you do? He's still a body that's got a game this game week. Jimenez never scores more than 2 goals, just plonks about a bit like Lukaku. I think the day of these big guys up front that just hang up and goal is finished, really. It is. Defenders aren't even worried about these dudes anymore. The history used to be lump it up to the big man, he'll knock it down to the small man and they'll score. Those days are dead and gone. There's that Lukaku position and him in it. It's all over. It's all about the false number 9 and rotation between the midfield and confuse the defender and see defenders, who are they going to mark? If they've got a big dude up front, then that's easy for them. You know, it's food and drink. So I think I'm a bit, yeah, it's a shame in a way. I've been very disappointed with Popey conceding too much. But as the game goes on, he'll be handy to have in 33 and probably 36. But I have something in Burnley there, so I have bits and pieces. I've got a Brighton, I have a Veltman for the double game. I've got a bit of Leicester now for the double game. So I've been taking these minuses for reasons, Man United, Ronaldo now is a genius. He's a must-have. Willock, very disappointed with this dude, but he's still possibly, he got rested in his double game week in 29. So I'm not very hopeful he'll play too. And he should get 100 lines. I must score open goals. Against Everton, it's just a joke. Arsenal, happy enough with that. Anything Arsenal is gold at the minute. Have I any bit of Saints? No, I don't. It's kind of a shame there, but Kyle Walker-Peters is the dude I will look at there for 33. If City beat the Saints, which, keep an eye on TAA. So I'm just going to let this one go. Keep the bench boost. And listen, it just depends on 33 and 36, which one will offer me the most bodies. Possibly the way things are shaping up, I might just go for 33 for the bench boost and then just let it all play out the best way you can. But I will be going backwards. I can't see finishing any more above 350 would be a miracle now at this stage. There's too many on it. It's just too competitive. Everyone is ultra reactive. It's a young man's game, and there's not an awful lot of money in this stuff. There's seriously, I think there's a lot of lost people in this world, especially young men, and this kind of gives them a control, and especially with the Premier League and the lockdown, that was just devastating. A lot of our young men and blokes up to my age as well. Like, it's just a bad sign that you're kind of all eggs in one basket. And when that sport and all that was taken away from us, the lockdown, we had to really reevaluate. And I've reevaluated. I've had different ways of coping, and I've figured things out, and I've got other things. So we all have the experience, but look, we still all love FPL, I know, but I do believe we should have a bit more going on in our life. I know I'm doing a blog here, but it's just it keeps the community going. It keeps us lads in the loop. It keeps me in the loop back home with the guys. We've had a lot of crack over the year, and someone is going to be the winner this year in the Christy Nick Open Lights. I'm just saying it's going to be hard to take down Joey there now with his 3 chips. Ultimately, I'm very happy with how I'm progressing to 33. After that, I'm not so sure. I think not so sure. I'm kind of hoping Liverpool don't get the double game week, because that will leave me with Mane versus Salah, and I don't want that too much. But we're going into the international break now. This is all you have. Tonight, Wolves and Leeds. Leeds, okay, I just, on the record, fair play. They bet Norwich 2-1. Hallelujah. Wow. Shocking. And even Rafinha got an assist. But it's too little too late. Look, Wolves have, they've had a couple of good results. What happened? Did they win 1-0? Or away to Everton. And what else? That was Cody that scored. And they lost at home to Palace, and they bet Watford 4-0. So a bit inconsistent, a lot like Tottenham at the moment. Has it is Tottenham, or they win, lose, win, lose, win, lose, win, lose. So they bet Brighton 2-0, so they're going to lose this one. I hope not, so I'll be there at the game. I'll probably just keep Kane as captain, but I'm thinking about Maddison. I fancy West Ham and have an outside chance, but they've no Bowen. Antonio always does well against Spurs. They've had their midweek game. Yarmolenko's on fire. A shout out for him. He could be interesting if West Ham have a double game week somewhere down the line. No harm, the Ukrainian. a couple of goals in 2 games. He's on fire. I'm going to that game, so I'll just have to back. Oh, look, I've been to 2 games already, back Kane, and he's done nothing for 4 games. So I'm still, I'll probably just keep it on Kane because I know everyone else that's got Kane will captain them. So I could, it would be a massive risk reward if I go for Madison over Kane if Kane blanks. But it's a brave man to do that at the way he's playing his goals per game now. No, I think Leeds are beginning to change their culture a bit in regard to this high press, and if they sit in and do what normal teams do and just defend first and go for and then break on Wolves, let Wolves have all the possession, then yeah, they could get something out of that game. They do have somebody. Gelhardt scored the other day. Rafinha has now got an assist. I like that guy Shackleton. Look, I have Wolves in the bet. I'm rooting for Wolves here, but there's more scope in that Wolves team with Podence and Neto and Moutinho and Jimenez would probably one off his knee or something. And Cody as well. Brilliant, couple of brilliant defenders. Sa won't let anyone down. So yeah, it should be okay there. Villa, obviously, Coutinho is the guy. I'm not taking the -12 to get Coutinho, and not against Arsenal. Arsenal have been solid. Unlucky against Liverpool. They were a really good team against Liverpool, but again, Liverpool had them chances and they're clinical. Arsenal should have had 2 or 3, by half time. Maybe they should have put one away anyway. And then Liverpool just throw on Salah. Firmino comes on and scores. It's just typical. It's just Liverpool are capable of doing a job as well, not just play off the park, but they're capable of doing a job on you. Like, you think you're in the game. It's like some mantis, and this is easy enough. We're going to win this 1-0. And then all of a sudden, it's 0-0, and then then they bring on someone and it's 2, before you know it's 2-0. So I wouldn't blame Arsenal too much, but that would be fireworks. Gerrard versus Arteta, Everton versus Liverpool. There's a lot of history there. So that's only 1 game on Saturday and 2 on Sunday. So the FA Cup will be taking precedence over the Saturday. Leicester, look, I'm all in on Madison there. Like Atamátri and Schmeichel. So that would be the 2 I'd go for there. I'm not sure about Harvey Barnes. Look, it's another alternative. Brentford, Tony now. Yeah. Everyone's got Tony, so that move, and everyone's got Kane. So look, it's you could have 11 players going in that, but there's not an awful lot. You were looking for a lot of action in 4 games, so not a lot to say. It's really obviously there's another few games going here now in game week 31. I've only just seen this now. I think there's a double game in there now, so everybody for the game week 31. So that's why I'm happy I have a Burnley. But do I really want too much Everton? There could be more games going in here. I don't know on the 6th of April. But I got rid of Pope and I don't think I can get him back. I'll just see. I think I want Leicester players for until the end of the season. Yeah, it's not bad. They got loads of games. So I'll be looking towards because I have no choice really. I don't have any free hits, no wild cards. And if you're like Joey Needham or Fergie Walsh, who's got a free hit, and especially Morgan Lyons with a bench boost, that's a lovely combination too. So the rest of us are kind of just scratching and just having to keep an eye on the game 24/7 and hoping our guys actually don't get injured. If they do, then there's minus hits all over the place. So that's the crack there. Just a quick look at 33. Just spotted the Burnley Everton game. Doesn't seem to be anything there. It's about game 33, and these are the games here. Oh, there's a lot of action there. Again, Man United there, game week 33. Look, Norwich is the one. I don't fancy getting in Ronaldo for one game. He won't play the Liverpool, but he could score fucking 10 against Norwich. But then Dean Smith is tightening up the shop, although losing to Leeds is shocking. I don't know. It's a lot of money on Ronaldo. I'd rather have Kane. But then again, Ronaldo is he's a man, he's a giant amongst men. That apparently, and that's the crack. Southampton, Arsenal. So there's Watford are the new team now you want to be playing against. And look at that, Tony against Watford. That is captain stuff, mate. That's definitely, especially I think Brentford don't have the double game, so I'd like to have a double. I think that's it's good to have a lot of Leicester now, especially look at that 3-3. Madison is a live one now for that double game week. City is looking phenomenal now. City, if you've got any City players, look at this. I think it's all about City, Leicester. One or two Burnley if you want, Weghorst. But look, City can win all them games. That Liverpool one's the crunch one, of course. But after this game week, for me, it's all City. I'm just so happy I still have Cancelo. I think the thing is, like, captaining Cancelo is the only option I have left now. Maybe because not many of our teams up here have a Cancelos like Steve Stress. I would be impressed if he has, but no. Cancelo gone. Lots of people got rid of Cancelo. I can see why they did it. There's a method to everything, but I have to kind of just look to see if there's any sort of way. You see, Kylie's got Cancelo. He's had a great season, Kylie. I see all the guys I'm trying to get past have Cancelo. It's absolutely okay. Sniper hasn't, but he's got Kulusevski. I don't. Yeah, Cancelo for myself. He's gone down a lot in price. So if you've sold him at 7.2, you're getting him at 6.9 now. You're making money. It should be easy enough to fit in if Trent Alexander is out for a few weeks. That's an easy sub. But yeah, I think it's time now to be considering City, especially if they get knocked out in the FA Cup. I'm not saying, but Saints, you never know. Saints have a good record against City at home. I think they bet them before this season in the league. I'm not sure. I think they have 1-0 or something like that. Well, that's all about what we can say, I suppose, for this game week. I've been out there. Everybody knows what I'm doing. I've been covered a bit, I know, but it's nice to get something out, a record for the day. Can't wait for next season, though. Can't wait for it to come and start all over again and try. If I just copied everything that Andy from Let's Talk FPL, look where I'd be now. I'd be top 50k, and that's all people are doing now. There's a lot of copycats out there, and they don't care, and they're milking, and they rile people like me up and other people. They're trying to play this their own way. I think ultimately when you go copying, you're never going to win anything anyway. If you've got your own defined way and method and character about playing, then you have a chance. It's good to listen to the bloggers and the dudes on YouTube. Fine, it's brilliant for ideas. It's interesting, it's entertaining, and it keeps you informed. But we'll see anyway. So yeah, so a lot to play for. Chelsea, are they alive now to get Chelsea? Definitely need a couple of Chelsea there in the future. I don't have any Chelsea. I have to consider that now. Since I've got Cancel already, if I get rid of TAA, it will be for a Chelsea defender. But James is gone. Chalaba is scoring a lot now and doing well these days. Check Alonso. Check won't play every game. It's a lot of rotation there now. Chelsea is a tricky one. Just have to keep an eye on that situation. So I'm still not sure about Chelsea. Arsenal would be a tough one there as well. But for me, I think it's City. Yeah, City all the way. They got Brighton at home. It just depends if it all depends on rotation, the Pep roulette, and who wants that. But Sterling has gone off the boil. But for me, I think I definitely want Kevin De Bruyne back for 33. And I think I can manage that between now and then. So there's just going to have to take a few risks, at the end of the season and let's all hold our heads up high, and it's ready there now to take your best shot. And if you duck and dive properly now in the next 8 or 9 game weeks, it's all about finishing the best way you can and not have a bad taste in your mouth. So for me, top 200k, I would absolutely think that's massively respectful. At the moment, it's meh for me. I think it's the chips that got all arseways around this season, but I took a risk to go for momentum, and it backfired a bit because I could have done with a free hit there that game week when Kane scored a couple against Leeds and didn't have a free hit for that week. So there's no more other games. There's going to be more games in game week 36 that will be announced. I'm sure of it, and bits and pieces. So anyway, folks, thanks for tuning in. A quick look at the King of the Travellers, of course. Yeah, well, the standings anyway. Yeah, well done to Owen Road. Destroy me this week. I've had a terrible second half to this thing. Kieran Kiley 69. He's took. Oh well, no, that's the dude. He should be getting handed a trophy now at the end of his first trophy. King of the Travellers. He's the king of the hole. He's the pot shot king. 63. It's going to be hard for Conor Hussey now, and Stret's way back. So going to have Kylie's not losing feck all season. He's been beaten. He's been winning, not just by a point here and there. He's been trouncing people in this thing. I've been noticing over the game weeks, and that's his to lose. Starman's in there, but there's nobody really to. What happened to him? Where is he this week? Yeah, here he is. Yeah, 102. Snowman's given up. So that was yeah, and I suppose that himself, Conor Hussey lost out maybe somewhere to somebody there. Yeah, lost out to Owen Collins. It's had quite a good year. Very, very good. I think first season at this crack, and he's shown a lot of interest as well. So Owen's still about there, but like himself, me and Owen, we've faded away. I wonder will it show? Yeah, his team, the eye test 1.2 mil. It's gone back quite a bit. He was doing very well up to the last few. It's just getting the chips right, isn't it? Matip, that was a good call. A very defensive team. He's a defensive-minded dude. Plays for the Clare County team. No, I don't want to transfer history. Has he been doing any ship activities? Just anything left? He's still got free hit wildcard. So yeah, bench boost. Like a lot of people have left the bench boost. So he'd done his trip cap. Yeah, Salah. I suppose it's not a bad choice, but over 2 games, it could have been so much more. A lot of people that didn't trip cap Salah in that mega game week a while back, it was a reason that the free hit or something like that, and they couldn't do the trip, so they were waiting for this game week to get Salah back. It didn't quite work, not especially against Arsenal. He was rested. That was devastating. Came on, did nothing. So yeah, look, I think he's been playing the game quite well for his first season. So that's just a shout out to Owen there. And listen, folks, best of luck for this game week. And yes, get your teams in. It's all to play for. And God bless. Take care. Enjoy the football tonight. Happy St. Pat's again. Hopefully you had a good time. And over Guru, over and out. Cheers, boys.